The screen opens in total silence. Not a stadium, not a studio, just silence, the kind that feels like something terrible has already happened. And then the narrator's voice cuts through. The moment Shohei Ohtani pressed publish on his official announcement, the entire Japanese broadcasting industry froze. NHK, commercial stations, even rival networks overseas. All devastated by something so unexpected, so unimaginable, that none of them were prepared. Nobody knows what he revealed yet. The internet is on fire with speculation. Has he retired? Is he injured? Is he done with baseball forever? But the real shock isn't any of those things. The video flashes to a chaotic newsroom. Producers shouting, phones ringing, a countdown clock melting away precious seconds. Because the announcement didn't leak, not a single hint. It hit them like an earthquake. A producer whispers, trembling. Everything we prepared is useless, all of it. We've been wiped out. The story rewinds 24 hours. Ohtani had been quiet. Too quiet. Reporters noticed he wasn't smiling as much. Teammates said he was focused, almost to the point of worry. Some thought he was preparing for a major milestone. Others thought he was dealing with something personal. But no one, not even his closest media contacts, knew the truth. Then, suddenly, hours before his announcement, something strange happened in Los Angeles. An NHK crew waiting outside the Dodgers facility lost connection for almost 2 minutes. Their equipment didn't malfunction. Their feed didn't break. It was as if someone had cut the wire between them and the world. They joked about it at first. But later, engineers discovered something chilling. Every broadcast network monitoring Ohtani's location experienced the same synchronized blackout. Nobody could explain it. The moment Ohtani stepped inside a private media room, every camera pointed toward him shut off. Not because he demanded it. Not because security forced it. It was something else. Something bigger. A total information blackout. The sound returns to the present, a notification chimes across millions of phones. Shohei Ohtani official announcement, now live. Within 10 seconds, Japan's largest networks rush to switch their broadcast to the video. NHK is already preparing subtitles. Another station tries to push out a breaking news banner. But by the time the feed loads, it's too late. Ohtani's announcement is already reshaping everything. He begins speaking softly, with a tone the public has never heard before. Not confident, not cheerful, but serious, heavy, like a man carrying something no one else can understand. He explains that during the last year, he discovered a disturbing truth, not about baseball, not about his team, but about himself. Something the entire media world had unknowingly built their schedules, ratings, and revenue around. And it's about to collapse. He reveals that he is launching a massive, independent global platform, entirely self-produced, self-owned, and open directly to fans, that will no longer rely on traditional broadcasters for interviews, updates, documentaries, or even game day access. One station executive gasps. He's removing us from the equation, completely. Another says, we've lost everything. This is total extinction. Because Ohtani isn't just a player. He's the most watched athlete in Japan. Entire evening schedules revolve around him. Primetime news ratings depend on his highlights. Morning shows thrive on his interviews. NHK projected they would lose nearly a year's worth of ratings dominance if another station got the scoop first. But now, all stations are losing equally. And losing big. Ohtani continues explaining his decision. He speaks about privacy, control, fairness, transparency, values he believes the media has slowly lost over time. He talks about wanting to show fans the truth, unedited, unspun, without networks twisting every sentence into a headline. He wants to break the cycle. And for the first time, viewers see something rare in Ohtani's eyes, not fear, not anger, but conviction. He has made a choice no superstar in Japan has ever dared to make. When the announcement ends after 7 tense minutes, the internet explodes. Millions of comments. Dozens of trending tags. Fans cheering. Networks panicking. Inside NHK headquarters, a director slumps into his chair like he's been punched. He realizes their entire Ohtani segment, which took 30 people 2 weeks to prepare, is meaningless now. They can't air exclusive interviews. They can't hype up coverage. They can't claim special access. Because access no longer exists. The whole industry has been reset. One announcer stares at the blank screen and mutters. This is the damage he warned us about, unimaginable, irreversible. We depended on him too much. We forgot he didn't depend on us. Meanwhile, fans are celebrating a new era, one where the world's most humble superstar finally has full control over his own voice. No misquotes. No exaggerations. No invented drama. Just Shohei being Shohei. But for broadcasters, it's an apocalypse. Their biggest asset walked out the front door with a smile. The camera fades back to Ohtani finishing his announcement. He bows. He thanks everyone for their support. He promises that despite the chaos, the purpose is simple: to bring fans closer, to share truth, not noise, to build something pure, something lasting, something beyond the limits of TV. And that's when the screen cuts to black. No music, no outro, just silence, the same silence we heard at the start. But now, it's different. It's the silence before a new beginning. A silence that asks the audience, what happens when the world's most influential athlete decides he doesn't need the world at all? Does the world collapse? Or does it finally evolve? Only time will answer that. But one thing is already clear. Shohei Ohtani didn't just make an announcement. He changed the entire broadcasting landscape with a single decision. And the shockwaves are only beginning.